sort of the same thing during the week, or?
No, we don't clinic on the weekend, so it's usually rounded in the hospital. You know, when I was in Greenville, you know, when you started out, there's just 5 of you, so you're on call more, but you're on call for less patients. When there's a lot of you and you're on call, there's 30 people to round on the hospital. Now, you know, 20 years in Greenville, and now I've been out of here for a year. You know, I don't have that many people in the hospital. If I screw it up and really get busy, then that'll be a problem. But you know, I'm 56 years old. I don't feel like I'm going through the twilight here. So I think there's still a lot that is to be accomplished. I didn't come over here to be a gentleman farmer or anything. It is, you know, the question I hate the most is when somebody asks me what my hobbies are. I hate that because it really makes me feel inferior. Because it really is. I mean, what do I do on the weekend? Read journals. I really don't. Yes, ma'am.
When you were in medical school, what made you decide you wanted to go into internal medicine, and what other routes were you thinking about?
Well, when I was in medical school, I started dating the daughter of the chairman of OBGYN. So I thought about OBGYN. And I did really like that. I like psychiatry as well. And when I really got down to it, I mean, oncology is kind of a combination of internal medicine and psychiatry. A lot of them, that sort of healing that goes on with the actual spoken word. You know, I was never going to be a surgeon. I'm just not, that's just not the personality I have. And so, what was the other thing? Pediatrics. I just got sick as a dog when I was in pediatrics. And those little vectors just...
become immune to it.
I think you have. I remember coming back from pediatric rotation and just had like the sinus thing. And when I was in the military, you know, every 4th or 5th night you were the medical officer of the day, so you were in the emergency room. And you know, who was in the military? This was an Air Force base, a SAC base, Strategic Air Command. These guys were right out of high school, and they were raising kids. I mean, they weren't much older than their children, and they, you know, the kid couldn't sleep. Came in, you know, earache, you know, they're crying. I'm trying to look at that otoscope. And of course, you look inside, they're crying. I mean, their face is all red. I mean, of course, the ear's going to be red. There's probably in Plattsburgh, New York, more resistant organisms because everybody got antibiotics. They may not have had otitis, but they got antibiotics. But that was general medicine. Keep a pig in, needed stitches, they needed, and so it was a good generalized medicine. But I just my experience of being the general medical doctor and not having all the capabilities that I really wanted to have, you know, made me kind of go to fellowship practice as well. So yeah, I mean, you have those 5s, but there's so many derivations that you can take from that. I mean, there's all the pediatric subspecialties. But I'm telling you, from the standpoint of what a lot of people, has anybody read Aerosmith? It's an old book, but it's about, you know, a general doctor, and I recommend it for reading. And it is it's kind of what we need to get back to, and that's, you know, a family doctor. And if you want to do that, there's the Seneca Medical Associates, and they do a residency program with Anderson Hospital, and smart doctors. I mean, they're delivering babies, they're taking care of kids, they're taking care of mothers and fathers and the whole gamut. And they've got a broad range of things they need to know about. I go over there and give them a lecture, you know, once a month, and it's amazing. The questions are, you know, right on. And they don't give me any crappy consults. They figure it out on themselves. So I mean, there's lots of mentors out there that can help as well. But not every day is a good day, and you don't always feel like a good doctor every day. And there is a plan, and we're not in charge of it.
How many years did it take you to pay back the years for the military?
7 when I was in the military, but you lay out your clothes, you don't have to match anything up. It's all there. They move you every couple of years actually, and there's always the possibility. It's not a democracy in the military. You have to when they want you to do a drug test or something like that. I mean, there's no calling in sick or anything. They'll come and get you, and they can move you. They can move you on a company. So if you have a family, and the other thing is, we are at war. And so your parents may have something to say about whether or not they want you to join the military. Now, if you do pediatrics in the military, chances are you're not going to go to the front. Surgeons more likely to get that. And psychiatrists more likely to get that. So, I don't offer that to get you in harm's way, but it is something where you can take out a bunch of loans and be paying them off forever, or you can owe time. And I always felt like if I died, they could still come after the money, but they couldn't come after you because they're gone. So that's a decision you make with your family. But there's not too many people, especially if you've gone through college, that your parents or anybody else are going to be able to afford the whole thing. Now, once you get the residency, they start paying you. It's about $16,000 a year. And if you go to a big city, that's hard to live on.
16.
That's what I had now. It's probably going.
It's like 30,
Yeah, it
40
may be better.
now.
Yeah, but that man was 25 years ago. 30 years ago. 1980. But my wife was working too, so that was helpful. And we didn't have kids. They're the expensive. And they're still expensive to this day.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have any more questions as a general group, hopefully Dr. Shakir doesn't mind sticking around for a couple more minutes if you have some one-on-one questions.
No, I'd be happy to. I appreciate your attention.
And we really appreciate you for coming out
I
tonight.
didn't expect this bigger group, but thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I know I said this 5 times already, but there's a blood drive, so sign up.